November 2012. On the Pacific coast of Costa Azul, southern Mexico, the ocean looked peaceful that morning. Too peaceful. Fishermen prepared their boats. Engine started. Nets were loaded. It felt like any other working day. But before the sun would set again, one of those boats would vanish into the largest ocean on earth. Inside that small fiberglass fishing boat were two men, José Salvador Alvarenga, an experienced fisherman, and his young assistant, Ezekiel Cordoba. Neither of them knew they were about to begin one of the longest survival ordeals in human history. They pushed out into the waters of the Pacific Ocean. The plan was simple: fish for shark and sailfish, return in less than 24 hours. Routine, normal, safe. But hours into the trip, the sky changed. Dark clouds rolled in fast. The wind hardened. Then the storm arrived. Not a small storm, a violent Pacific squall. Waves slammed the boat. Rain fell like stones. The motor struggled. Then suddenly, the engine died. They tried the radio. Nothing. Battery dead. They tried restarting the motor. Again. Only silence. The storm pushed them farther and farther from shore. Within hours, the coastline of Mexico disappeared completely. They were now drifting freely in the open Pacific Ocean. No navigation, no propulsion, no communication, only water in every direction. At first they believed rescue would come quickly. Fishing boats would notice. Coast guards would search. Someone would find them. They checked supplies, some drinking water, a small amount of food, fishing equipment, plastic storage containers, enough for maybe a few days. So they rationed, small sips, tiny meals. Each morning, they searched the horizon. Each night, they waited for lights. But no lights ever came. Days turned into weeks. Food ran out, water finished. Hunger came first, then thirst. The sun burned their skin by day. Cold winds froze them by night. They understood something terrifying. Nobody knew where they were. If they wanted to leave, they would have to learn to survive the ocean itself. So Alvarenga began catching fish with his bare hands. Raw fish became their food. Rainwater became their only drink. Sometimes they caught turtles. Sometimes seabirds landed on the boat. Every creature became survival. Every drop of rain became life. But survival at sea is not only physical, it is psychological. Young Ezekiel Cordoba struggled to eat raw animals. He became weak, sick, terrified. He stopped eating, stopped drinking, stopped believing rescue would come. Alvarenga begged him, "Eat, please, you must eat." But hope had already left Cordoba's mind. And once hope leaves, the body follows. After months drifting in the Pacific, Ezekiel Cordoba gave up and died. Alvarenga was devastated. Overcome with grief, he talked to Cordoba's body for days as if he were still alive. But as decomposition set in, he bathed the body and buried it at sea. He was now completely alone. Imagine this moment. No ships, no land, no human voice, no rescue signal. Just one man, one boat, and the endless Pacific Ocean. For months, then a full year, he drifted alone. He spoke to himself to stay sane. He talked to birds. He prayed aloud. He forced himself to survive one day at a time. Not tomorrow, not next week, just today. Several times, Large cargo ships appeared. Hope exploded in his chest. He screamed, waved, cried. But the ships were too far away, too large to notice one tiny drifting fishing boat. And each time they vanished, the silence returned. Then, January 2014, after 438 days at sea, something changed. The color of the water shifted, bird patterns changed, and on the horizon, he saw it, land. A tiny coral island in the remote Marshall Islands. His boat drifted slowly toward shore. When it finally touched sand, José Salvador Alvarenga stepped onto land, barefoot, bearded, starving, but alive. His survival shocked the world. Doctors examined him, officials questioned him, and eventually his story was confirmed. One of the longest recorded survival drifts in human history. But beyond survival, his story teaches something deeper. Life is not a straight road. It is hills and valleys, storms and stillness, loss and survival. Some days you sail with the wind behind you, other days the engine dies. Some seasons are bright and full of certainty, others are dark, endless waters where you cannot see the shore. But hear this, the valley is not your burial ground, it is your training ground. You are being built. There is an old saying, when the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. And another truth just as powerful says, the same ocean that threatens to drown you can also carry you to land. But the rougher the seas, the smoother we sail. The more challenges, pressure, or difficulties we face, the stronger, wiser, and more capable we become. Hard times build resilience. Struggles sharpen skills. Pressure produces strength. Adversity prepares you for smoother success later. A business that survives economic hardship becomes stronger and more strategic. A student who studies under pressure develops discipline. A leader tested in crisis becomes more confident. No pressure, no diamonds. José Salvador Alvarenga did not survive because the storm was weak. He survived because his will was stronger. He did not conquer the Pacific Ocean. He conquered the voice inside him that whispered, "Give up." Maybe today your storm is not water. Maybe it is financial hardship, betrayal, failure, illness, rejection, loneliness. Maybe you feel unseen, like a tiny boat in a massive ocean. But listen carefully. Ships may pass you. People may overlook you. Help may delay. That does not mean your story is over. Because as long as you breathe, you are still in the fight. That is life. No season lasts forever. For these adversities shall pass. And the rule of survival, the rule of life, is this: you are never finished until you decide to stop rowing. So if you are in a storm right now, hold on. Drink the rain when it comes. Catch what you can. Survive today, not next year, not next month, just today. Because somewhere beyond the horizon you cannot yet see, there is land. And one day you will step onto it, tired, scarred, changed, but alive. And when that day comes, your survival will become someone else's hope. This is true all stories, and the greatest survival story might still be yours.